Well, we finally made it to our ship, the Viking Hlin, and checked in late Sunday afternoon. The Viking Hlin was built in 2014. It carries about 190 passengers and a crew of 50. It has 4 public decks and rooms ranging from water level window rooms to verandas, to French verandas and veranda suites, and at the very rear of the ship it has 2 explorer suites. We found that we spent most of our time up on the 3rd level in either the Aquavet Terrace, which is at the very front of the ship, which serves a light breakfast and lunch, or mostly here in the lounge and bar area, which serves as a muster area, the nightly entertainment area, and a meetup area for excursions. Directly below this lounge on the 2nd level is the main dining room, which is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just outside the lounge, they have this nice little refreshment area set up that they restock 24 hours a day as far as I know. It has coffee, tea, I think they had hot chocolate there. They have absolutely delicious cookies and muffins, and it's a great place to stop when you're on your way back to the room or getting on the ship and going into the lounge. Everything there was just outstanding. Next, you enter the 2-level atrium area of the ship. On the lower level is the hotel reception and small gift shop and an elevator that leads from the 2nd floor up to this 3rd level. On this level up here, they have a business center with 2 computers. I occasionally would see somebody using that. And they also have a little small library where you can sit in the morning and read a condensed version of world newspapers and have your coffee and croissants or whatever. The ship has free Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi was good enough that I was able to upload all my videos using it. Now, 2 things this ship does not have is it does not have room service, so if you like eating in your room, you're out of luck. Nor does it have on-ship laundry facility, so you can do your own laundry. So you have to plan around that. Well, here we are at our room. It is a veranda balcony, and it's very nice inside. The furnishings are all high quality. The bed is very comfortable. There's lots of storage in there. There's lots of plugs available. As you can see, looking out, it has a very nice balcony, 2 chairs, and a nice little table. And I'll tell you, most of the time that was out of the wind. It was very nice to stand out there and watch the countryside go by. Now, on the downside for this room, there's only one. It's tight. It's very tight. It's a very small 205 square feet. It also suffers from the same problem I've mentioned in other videos of having one piece of furniture more than you need. In this case, it was the chair, which we were constantly moving around. This room is very tight with 2 people inside it. Now, I was prepared for that. I've watched lots of videos, YouTube videos on these rooms, and quite honestly, I don't know how they can make it look as big as they do, because I have no way of making it look big. The TV, while we were there, I don't think we ever turned it on. This is a very nice room, but not one you're going to want to spend a lot of time in. Now, moving on towards the bathroom. On the left here is the charging stations for the headphones that they give you for the tours. I'll have to say they worked very well. Now, as far as the bathroom goes, I'll have to say that while they were small, they worked exceedingly well for one person. No complaints at all. The fixtures were all high quality. The shower had plenty of room in it. It had these nice big hand controls that absolutely no one that I met on the ship could figure out how to make them work right. So we all either burned ourselves or we had cold showers. Now, another thing we really liked about the bathroom were the heated floors. Congratulations on whoever's idea that was. It worked really well, and we used it virtually every single day. Now, here's one of my favorite parts that everybody loved. These are the electronic thermostats for the room that absolutely no one on the entire cruise that I met could get it to change from 72 degrees. Didn't matter what you turned, what you pushed, 72 degrees all the time. And the second favorite thing was this electric stick your card in the switch. Now, I know these are common on most crews, but it's also very common for me to walk right out and leave the key there and lock myself out of the room. Now, it seemed to me that they could come up with a better way of doing that than these leave your card in there. And one last thing about the bathrooms. On every cruise I've ever been on, I always start out the first night by stubbing my toe on the step up into the bathroom, and this cruise was no different. However, at dinner, we shared our table with a nice couple from Wyoming, Jimmy and his lovely wife, Lulu Bond. I think Jimmy was a retired politician. Anyway, Jimmy was 6'8" tall, so I had to ask him if he had any problems with that step up in that tiny bathroom. And he laughed and said, as a matter of fact, he did. He said the first night he got up to go to the bathroom, walked in there and promptly smashed his toe into that step up. And then his natural reaction was to lurch up, where he just smacked his head right into the top of the ceiling and the door. So by the time this cruise was over, he had a nice welt on the top of his head and a swollen toe from trying to go to the bathroom. So be advised on these Viking River cruises. If you're much above 6 feet, that bathroom door can be a killer. So remember, you heard it first on Random Destinations. Information you won't find on any other YouTube channel. Alright, I'm up here on the Sundeck of the Viking Hlin, and I'm going to do a little walk around here and show you what the top deck looks like. Well, the first thing you'll notice up here is the nice little walking path that goes around the back half of the ship. In addition, there's covered seating out here that the crew will come out and hose it off in the morning and then wipe them all dry, and it's very nice. The weather was not real good on our cruise. This happened to be the one day that the sun was out, so I took advantage of it by actually doing a 2-mile walk up here. In addition to the walking path and the outdoor seating, they also have a section where they have a little herb garden that we'll go down and take a closer look at, and the area that I like to call the Viking Sports Center, that's made up of a little putting green and a shuffleboard, which I can't say I ever saw anybody using any of that. But first we'll take a little look at the herb garden, because I understand that they take some of this and use it as part of their dinner preps. So first thing I noticed was the lavender, because if you want to sleep good at night, I've learned, put a lavender candle on and boy, you will go right out. So I'm quite familiar with that. Very pretty, and it smells very nice. In addition, they had some thyme, some mint, and then my favorite coming up here is the European variety of yardgrass and weeds, and both myself and the dogs enjoy eating this at home. So now that I know they have it, I'm going to request some tonight on my dinner salad. So let's go ahead and finish up this tour of the Viking Hlin, and for most of my subscribers, well, I might as well say all of my subscribers, because I think I know them all personally, who are sophisticated world travelers. As we come around here and look back on the city, I think I can read your mind. You're looking at this and going, well, damn, that's not Basel, Switzerland. And you're right, it's not Basel, Switzerland. I'm not sure where it is. Because to be real honest, we got on the ship late, just in time to go change our clothes and go out to dinner and meet our fellow travelers for the first time. And then it was about 3 days before I realized I hadn't taken a single picture of the ship, which is what I was supposed to do on day one. So I'm not sure where I was when I did this. I'm guessing this was a Heidelberg day in Germany, because my wife and I decided on that particular one we weren't going to go anymore. We needed some time off and quiet time. And as I recall, the weather was nice. So if you're looking at this background going, that's not Basel, Switzerland, you win. You don't win anything, but you do win, because it's not Basel. So that's about it for this episode of Random Destinations. Next week we will go to the Black Forest, which surprisingly turned out to be very nice. I was pleasantly surprised by that trip. So until then, this is Random Destinations.